Hey everyone, here's a heads up before we start the show. Towards the end of this episode, we make our predictions for events that may take place in 2022.
These predictions were made in mid-November, and we made a prediction about Betty White. Since recording, Betty White has passed away, and we want to apologize in advance if any of our comments may come across as insensitive. At the time, our only intent was to entertain, and we want to pass along our condolences to the friends and family of Betty White.
Welcome everybody to the I Went Outside Today podcast.
Hi.
I am one of your hosts, Chris.
I'm Sheryl.
I'm Sydney.
Sydney is going to do a thing today. She's going to do a thing with me.
I'm gonna do a thing.
We're pitting family member against family member.
It's true. So as siblings, there's often a rivalry, and we're going to have one today.
You started the rivalry. I didn't start it. You did it.
You don't even know what the rivalry is.
I'm gonna win.
Let's see.
So we had discussed in earlier episodes about how psychic Sydney is. I think in the psychic detective episode, you said you were 60% psychic.
I think I said I wanted to be 60% psychic.
In the comments to that episode,
Someone said I wasn't psychic at all.
Yes, poor Larry. So this is your chance to show Larry that you really are psychic.
Hope you're listening, Larry. Buckle the fuck up.
So Wikipedia has a list of psychic abilities.
Excellent.
It has like a common list of which we chose 9. And you and I are going to compete over each one of those 9 ones. Since it's an odd number, we should be able to hopefully come up with a clear winner. Unless we both get 0 on one of them, then there might be a tie. We'll have to figure out a tiebreaker. But we have 9 psychic abilities to test each other on. And whoever wins each one gets a point for that psychic ability.
Excellent.
And whoever is the most psychic at the end gets bragging rights forever.
Oh, we don't even get a prize?
Chris still owes us beers, so I don't
Yeah,
know
you
what kind
still
of
owe us
prize
beers.
or I don't know what kind of prize you want.
Just a prize.
So any kind of prize?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe we could steal that cat from across the street and we could just have it and keep it here.
I don't know.
We can't
that's
keep
our
it here.
prize to give.
That's a good prize, I feel.
Just come to our neighborhood and play with the cat whenever you want.
I'm going to. I'm bringing treats next time.
Sounds good.
Unfortunately, one of the psychic powers, Sheryl was asking about that. This is the ability to communicate with animals. It is not on Wikipedia's list of psychic abilities.
No.
No, that's just being Dr. Doolittle.
But if you are a Doolittle, definitely come to our neighborhood. There's cats hanging out around here all the time.
Oh, I'm not a Doolittle. I'm just a fan of cats. But cats only meow to speak to humans. They don't meow to speak to each other. So, in a sense, we're all Doolittles with cats.
For more of Sydney's knowledge and affinity for cats, listen to our season 2 premiere
Oh, with the
Festival.
cat festival.
when you do the virtual cat fest.
Yeah, I want to go to that in real life.
We'll try to
Because
make
that was like
happen.
online.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to touch any of the cats.
No, but you might be able to. When we test your psychic abilities, you could probably astral project and pet a cat yourself.
Maybe that's why cats always just like randomly jump up and run out of the room, is because of people astral projecting.
It's possible. Astral projecting is one of the items on the psychic page on Wikipedia. It's not anything we could really come up with a test for.
Yes. So we have 9 things here to test.
And so the first item on the list is apportation. So Wikipedia defines apportation as the disappearance or teleportation of something from one place to another, or an appearance of something from an unknown source.
I'm so sorry, one more time. I'm here.
You were trying to astral project and pet a cat, weren't you?
No, I was just thinking about cats still. And I'm here.
Okay, so apportation, everyone say it with me.
Apportation.
Apportation.
The disappearance or teleportation of something from one place to another, or an appearance of something from an unknown source.
Got it.
And to test this from the start, Sydney was kind enough to bring her home food scale. And we've brought out a glass of dry rice, and we're going to put it onto the scale and get our base measurement.
So it is 10.15 grams of rice in a cup.
And so if we're able to teleport something in there, or even just a single grain of rice out of there, the scale should show the change in weight.
Fun fact, it already changed its weight to 10.2 grams.
That was me.
It wasn't you.
So in order to change the scale, either up or down, whatever you're feeling like with your psychic powers, we will count that as a win.
Okay.
So, one at a time, I will ask each of you whether you're going to make the weight go up or down. And then I will give you, we'll say 10 seconds to make it happen, or what do you think is a fair number?
I feel like 10 seconds is good.
Okay, we'll start with Sydney.
No, Chris can go first.
Okay, so Chris, are you going to increase or decrease the number?
I am going to attempt to decrease it.
Okay.
I'll start now, and I guess you guys can count me down.
Yep, so in 3, 2, 1, go.
Concentrating.
Unfortunately, you did not make the scale go up or down.
I cannot apportate more than once. The one time I already did.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't count. You don't get to have that.
All right, Sydney, you ready?
Yeah,
You gonna go up or down?
I'm going to go up.
Okay. I have to turn the scale back on. 1 moment. And then we'll wait for it to settle, because last time it jumped up or down in weight.
Sorry about that.
That wasn't you.
So you said you were going to make it go down?
Up.
Up. Okay. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Sydney is touching the scale.
No.
And the number's going down.
Yeah.
No, it's not going down.
Yeah, it sure is. It keeps jumping from like 0.3 to 1 to
That's some
12.
bullshit.
Well, she's taken her finger off, and it's still at 10.10, so you also did not get a point.
Since Sydney cheated, she forfeited her point to me.
No, I didn't cheat. I was
now
just
up
trying a
1
thing.
point.
I was trying to psychically connect with the skill through touching it.
So neither person got a point for that one.
We are not apportators.
Nope. What's that called in Harry Potter where they portate themselves?
A plot device.
No. It's not. It's
Magic.
No, it's called something.
Wizardry?
No. It's like a class and they have to do an exam. It's like getting a driver's license but if you're a wizard.
Wizard license.
No.
Chris and I have not read the Harry Potter books, if you can tell.
Yeah, I can tell.
I've not read the Harold Potter book.
Rude.
All right.
So, failing that, our next one is
Precognition.
precognition. So I figure we will predict a coin flip. What do you think, like 5 flips versus 5 flips?
Okay, are we going to go at the same time?
Yeah, you guys could go at the same time, sure.
I am going to guess this first coin flip is going to be a heads.
No, I was going to guess head.
You can both guess heads.
It's true.
I guessed it first.
If we're both psychic, it means we can choose the same answer.
I guess.
So it's tails.
No,
So
you don't
you-
do the
It's because Sydney copied me.
Uh-huh. So no points for either of you.
Not because I copied it.
Okay, so next one.
Tails.
Heads.
Okay, so Chris says heads, Sydney says tails. I'm not very good at this.
Reflip.
Yeah, 1 sec.
This one's going to be tails.
Okay. So tails
Oh,
and
we're
tails.
calling it again?
Well, she's flipping it again. It has a different outcome.
Tails.
Tails.
Well, that was heads, so again, neither of you got a point.
Yep.
Ah, you suck.
Okay, so...
Tails.
Tails?
Heads.
Okay. Tails, Sydney gets a point.
I did it.
Nicely done. So that's 3 so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heads.
Tails.
Give me a sec.
Let's start over with a coin.
Yes. because
A
that's
big coin.
a bigger coin.
I could have brought you a 50-cent piece from Australia.
I
That's
have
a big coin.
I have a silver dollar. And
Oh, yeah. So far, I'm the most psychic person here.
So far,
So far.
but we're early on in the test.
No, we're not.
Still enough time for you to fail horribly.
You're a failure horribly.
All right, let's try my silver dollar.
So we're starting over again?
I think so.
What do the pictures look like? Can I touch it so that I feel like more psychically attached to it?
Sure. So that's not the one that I'm using, but that's a silver dollar.
Oh, can I touch the one you're gonna use?
Yes, this is a Canadian 50 cents.
Okay, so there's some lions and a crown on one side,
Yep.
and the head on the other side. I'm just thoroughly inspecting it so I can feel psychically connected.
Can I see?
Yeah.
No.
I'm rubbing off Sydney's psychic connection.
Stop. This cheating.
Okay.
It's gonna be lions first.
Okay, so then tails.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Heads.
So Sydney got a point. It was tails.
Yay.
Somebody took their psychic vitamins and gave middle fingers just now silently.
No, he didn't. Tails.
Tails.
Okay. Heads.
Because Chris copied me. Heads.
Heads.
Tails.
Fuck off.
'Kay.
Tails.
Heads.
Tails. Second point for Sydney.
I am consistently guessing the opposite of every flip.
That's 2 points for Sydney, 0 for Chris, and this is the last flip.
I think this is the last flip. And I was going to give a point for each psychic ability.
Okay.
Because the other ones don't really have.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which one of the two of you has the most psychic ability.
Yeah, so far it's Sydney.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Guys ready?
Heads.
Heads.
Okay.
You copied me.
Heads. Both got heads.
3 points.
3 points for Harold Potter.
I'm winning.
So Sydney gets 1 point
Yep.
for precognition.
Yeah, even though you tried to sabotage me.
You're precognitive.
I did it.
So this next one is going to be a little bit more interesting because we have to use your bathroom scale on the flat floor.
So levitation.
Well, you have to use everyone's bathroom scale on a flat floor. It's
Okay.
not just me and my scale. Just so you know.
That's fair. We don't have a bathroom scale. That's why you had to bring yours.
What? You guys just don't have anything.
So the next challenge is levitation or transvection, aka transaction. The ability to float or fly by mystical means. What we're going to do here is use the bathroom scale, and we're each going to stand on it. We're going to take the base weight reading, and we're going to see if we can make that number go down by levitation.
Got it.
Now, standing on your tippy toes does not count as levitation.
It's true.
Yeah, because any sort of lifting your feet off is going to alter the number, and it actually may increase the number depending on where you're standing.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Who would like to go first?
You go first.
Okay, I'll go grab the scale. You said you calibrate it?
Yeah, you just tap it 3 times.
I began sensing and knowing and feeling.
I do believe in life after death. I mean, I've been there.
We have not scratched the surface of what the mind can do.
It's a connection with the unknown.
All right.
Now we're recording.
I won.
Technically, no one won. So Chris got on the scale, and it looked like it was going to. It looked like he had changed the number, but in the reverse, he didn't levitate. He put on more weight.
It's true. First measurement was 189 pounds, and then it went up to 193. I think it ended on 204.
Yeah.
You levitated the wrong way.
A 15-pound
Idiot.
gain. I should have did it on my hands.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sydney did not levitate either, unfortunately.
No.
So nobody gets points for this.
Nobody lost weight on the scale.
Mm-hmm.
No
No.
one can levitate.
I guess the next one is psychokinesis.
So psychokinesis or telekinesis, the ability to influence a physical system without physical interaction. Typically, manifesting is being able to exert force, control objects, and move matter with one's mind.
Okay, so we're going to use the dime, but where should we set up that you can both see the dime?
I think right in between us here we can see it.
Okay.
Figure dime is a nice, small, light object. Should
So
be
we
able
trying
to
to
move
move
it
it?
easily.
Yes, with their mind.
If we have telekinesis, it should be a cinch to move this tiny little dime. So who would like to go first for this one?
I could do it because I'm not a telekinetic psychic. I'm a
Okay.
different kind of psychic.
So in 3, 2, 1.
Sydney's blowing.
No, I'm not.
Your microphone is picking it up,
Mm-hmm.
which you're right next to. Sydney's now touching it with her finger.
I did it! I'm psychic.
Sydney has forfeited another point to Team Chris.
No.
All right, so I have a clear view of it now. So I'm going to try to focus on it and move it with my mind. It's my turn now.
3, 2, 1, and go.
I don't think it's working.
No.
There's going to be so much dead air on this episode.
I'll trim it out.
So we were
We're-
attempting.
We were going to trick you.
Uh-huh.
Nah.
But the problem is that the
Too
wood in the
thick?
table is too thick. Occasionally we can get it to work if it's at a thinner spot in the table, but
I have a whole bunch of magnets we're trying on the bottom of this wooden table.
That's funny.
mm-hmm.
That would have been good.
Yeah, it would have been very entertaining, but sadly it did not work.
Next time.
Mm-hmm.
From here, I think we're moving to territory where Sydney cannot try and cheat as much.
Why?
This is psychometry. So it's basically determining the history of an item.
Just by touching it.
Oh, I bet I can do that.
Okay. So I have an item. It's a teacup. And I'm going to pass it to each of you. You're going to tell
Sorry.
me. It's all good. You're going to tell me what you think, and then I will tell you the real story behind it.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
I want to go first.
Okay.
It was made in China.
Okay, and we'll pass it to Chris.
I am getting feeling this feels like it belonged to an older woman, maybe. This is not a young person's thing. And that's all I got.
Okay. So you guys are both wrong. So this is actually made in Canada.
Damn it.
Yep. And it is not an older person's thing. My parents got this for me on my 35th birthday from the Devonian Gardens gift shop.
Ah, cool.
It's part of a tea set, and it's been sitting downstairs in storage because I haven't had any place to put my lovely little tea set. So
Also, you need a kettle.
I have a kettle.
Mhm.
It comes with 4 teacups and I guess it's not a kettle.
teapot.
Teapot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm giving myself a half point because I said it belonged to a woman.
Yeah.
Where did the materials to make the cup come from?
Earth.
In China.
I would have to go look that up. I have the box downstairs. I'm sure there's some sort of write-up on there, but
You could have a quarter of a point because you said 4 things and only one was right. You may have 1/4 of 1 point.
okay, I will put 1/4.
We're not very good psychics.
We're not proving who's a good psychic, just
No.
who's most psychic.
Me.
So far, that is accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, Chris can only levitate in the wrong direction.
You're welcome.
So for this one, do you both want to have separate candles, or do we want to do one candle at a time?
Yeah, I want my own candle.
I think we'll both use the same candle.
Okay.
Just so the candle has the same properties.
Okay.
So the next one, pyrokinesis, the ability to control flames, fire, or heat using one's mind.
Basically, we're looking for movement in the flame. So it grows, or I'll even do a flicker. If it flickers more than, we'll say 4 times, we'll consider that a win too.
We'll also say for this one, if the microphone picks up Sydney blowing onto the candle, I get an automatic point.
No.
I will attempt to use a lighter. I suck at using these, so just an FYI.
And who would like to go first?
Me.
Okay, so you've got 10 seconds to make the flame move. 3, 2, 1, go. So in fact, it is moving. So I will give you a point for that.
Now let's see if I can make this flame move.
Okay.
Just with the power of my own psychic pyrokinetic abilities that are better than Sydney's.
Nope.
So 3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck off. What are you doing? You're cheating.
So for those of you who cannot see, the minute I told Chris to go, it started to flicker like crazy.
Yep.
That's cheating.
For about 10 seconds.
Oh.
And then I got it to move back and forth.
Yep.
Whatever. That's cheating. Show me your hands. What are you doing with your hands? There, it's doing it again, so
Yes.
it's not special. Stupid.
You can both get points for it. I think it's BS to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since we didn't lay down these ground rules ahead of time.
No, that is correct.
2 points.
Okay. I have a hidden object in this box. So this next one is remote viewing.
Remote viewing, telesthesia, or remote sensing, the ability to see a distant or unseen target using extrasensory perception.
Now, I will let you hold on to the box. You can even shake it if you want to try to figure out what it is. So Sydney has the box right now. And she's trying to figure out what's in it. When you think you got it,
A rock.
okay, we'll pass it to Chris.
I'm going to guess a piece of jewelry like a locket, maybe.
So you're both
like a necklace?
right. It's a piece of ammonite,
It's
which
a
is a
rock.
rock on a pendant.
That's the biggest rock I've ever seen. That is not a locket.
But he said a piece of jewelry.
6
Whatever.
points for me.
So
No.
you guys both got a point for that.
I think I should get a bigger point.
I
That
was
is a
able
rock.
to say what it was.
That is the rockinest rock I've ever seen.
Everything is just rocks.
Things that aren't rocks. What's wood?
That's just a primitive form of rock.
No, it's not. So who's winning?
So right now, Sydney, you're winning.
I'm
By
winning.
3/4 of a point.
Yes.
I am winning.
Okay, so the next one we're doing is retrocognition.
What's that?
The ability to supernaturally perceive past events. So I figured the test for this would be Sheryl is going to go into the farthest part of the house so neither Sydney and I could tell what she's doing. She's going to do something in the room, then she's going to come back, and then we have to figure out what she did. So maybe she does a handstand. Maybe she just browses on Facebook.
Got
we'll
it.
know when we predict it.
We had to predict it after she does it. Though, right?
We need to retrocognitions. So we'll
Gotcha.
look back, and then we'll know what she did.
Okay.
So I'm gonna disappear for a little bit. Feel free to discuss or argue about your rivalries on psychic abilities, and when I return, you gotta figure out what I did.
I'm going to say Sydney's going to get -2 points for her 2 cheatings.
I'm not cheating. Part of being a psychic is doing what you have to do.
And
You're
that means
cheating.
putting a finger on a scale and blowing on a coin
At least you
and flicking it.
levitated
finger.
the wrong way.
If that means anything, I am just good at levitation, just in the wrong direction.
Levitation's the other direction. You're just trying to distract me from focusing on what Cheryl's doing.
You're just jealous because I can fall quicker due to
No.
my reverse levitation abilities.
Nope, that's not accurate.
She's coming back upstairs.
She's rummaging.
All right, I have returned and I have done a thing.
I think you stretched and checked your phone.
I think I'm traveling back into the past with my mind from 30 seconds ago. It's coming to me in my brain. I think you were turning around in a circle in one place.
So neither of you get a point.
Boo.
I moved a candle from one part on the ledge in our den to another part on a ledge in our den.
I told you she was rummaging. That counts as rummaging.
How is that rummaging?
I don't know, it's similar. Yeah.
-points for Sydney.
No.
Because she guessed twice. So she's twice as wrong.
No. You're twice as wrong.
So no point for retrocognition.
No,
But
that
I'm
is
still
correct.
winning.
Yes, you are still winning.
So the next one I think is telepathy.
Yes, correct.
So telepathy, the ability to transmit or receive thoughts supernaturally. So you know the natural way you read thoughts, this is the super way.
The natural way you read thoughts is someone just says it out loud.
That's true.
Yeah,
This is the supernatural.
got it.
So I'm going to think of a word. And now I can do it one of two ways. I can have each of you guess a different word. Or I can have each of you try guess the same word. And then I'll give you the answer at the end.
How do you want to do this, Sydney?
The same word.
Okay,
So she's going to think it, and we're both going to come up with our own guesses.
correct. Who wants to go first?
And this will be an English word, right?
Yes, it is an English word.
Okay. Cheryl knows French.
I didn't even
I do
need
not
that
French.
clarification. So we're going at the same time, aren't we?
I mean, you can both go at the same time, sure, if you'd like. It just, I don't know. Some people feel they need to look at the person's eyes to get.
No, I don't want to look at your eyes.
Okay, well then I will look at Chris.
Sydney hates eye contact.
Yes. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm going to guess it's an animal, the word ostrich.
I guess it's the word apple.
Neither. I was thinking kumquat.
I was so much closer.
It's
A kumquat is basically an apple. It's a rich person's apple. You heard
No.
it here first.
It's the dirtiest of vegetables.
Whatever. Is a kumquat a vegetable?
I'm pretty sure it's a vegetable.
It's vegetation.
Yes.
No, it's a fruit.
Somebody Google it.
I don't even know what it is.
I
Other
don't
than
know
it has
how
a
to
dirty
spell
name.
How the fuck do you spell kumquat?
I'm pretty sure it's CUMQUAT.
Kumquat. Oh, it's with a K.
That's
a fucking fruit.
Yep.
It looks
That's
like
an orange, basically. And I said apple, which is like the same. Because what do you always say? Apples and oranges.
You can't compare apples and oranges. That's the saying.
Irrelevant.
Wrong. Double wrong.
But in like word association, if you said apple, and then I'd say orange because of the saying. So I get half a point.
You get 0 points.
That's bullshit.
I don't think it really matters because we didn't prove psychic ability. And either way, you still have more psychic ability than
I'm like
Chris.
psychic adjacent at this point. That was so close. This guy guessed ostrich.
Yeah.
That's so much further away from a kumquat.
You guessed apple.
You thought a kumquat was a vegetable.
Okay, so I guess we can... Or was that the last one?
That sure was the last one.
That was the last one. And what does the psychic tally come up to?
So Sydney has 3 points.
What's up?
And Chris has 2 1/4.
It's tough. That's tough for you.
Yeah. Probably means we're not related, so you are adopted.
You're adopted.
And fun fact, this also proves that none of us know what's a kumquat, because in my head, I was thinking it looked completely different than what it actually looks like. So,
I said a kumquat is a fruit. I think I've eaten kumquat before.
yeah.
What did you think a kumquat looked like?
I was imagining something close to like a kiwi.
Okay.
Yeah. Which it kind of is, I guess, but it's the same sort of shape as a kiwi. It's just not.
The skin is, it looks like an orange.
Yeah, it looks like an orange.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm. So, what did we learn?
I'm more psychic than you.
I also think we learned you're also more of a cheater.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do in this world to be a psychic.
So Sydney is well equipped to become a psychic. And maybe will be a thing we'll do in a future episode. We'll set you up with an Etsy store, and then you can
Scam people.
you can psychically help people or scam them.
It's not a scam when Etsy makes you have the disclosure that it's only for entertainment purposes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No scams here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this was a good series of tests.
We learned that I can put on 15 pounds in a moment's notice.
That was awesome. You levitate the wrong way.
We learned that none of us know anything about Australian fruit.
It's
I know
true.
so much about Australian fruit.
Wasn't the kumquat from Australia?
Yeah.
You couldn't even spell kumquat.
That doesn't mean I don't know anything about fruits. That
I
means I don't know
couldn't
how to
spell it either.
Yeah, but Sydney's our resident Australian expert. Or Australianologist, if you will.
Yeah. And like I just forgot that that's where kumquats are from, but I knew it was a fruit.
And I believe this is getting released in January, so Happy New Year to everybody listening.
Happy New Year, turds.
Does anyone have any New Year's predictions for things that are going to happen this year?
Yeah, I will still be miserable.
For 2022, I think a big volcano is going to explode near a populated area, and it's going to be bad.
Did you read the news?
From the future?
I'm just like, why are you guessing that? What do you know that I don't know?
These are predictions for the year 2022.
Yeah.
What could I know?
I feel like you cheated, but you're just a better cheater than me.
How would he cheat reading the future?
I don't know. He studied volcanoes this week when I wasn't here, I think.
I'm going to make an unpopular guess. I'm going to guess that Betty White is going to die.
Dark.
Ooh, impossible.
That's what everyone says.
Everyone says that Betty White is gonna die.
No, that she's going to live forever.
It's not possible
Yeah.
for her to die.
Yeah,
Like the Queen of England.
correct.
Interesting. Yeah, the Queen is old.
Yeah.
So is Ozzy Osbourne, and it's ridiculous that he's alive. Like, you shouldn't be able to live that hard and still be alive at his age. My prediction is that I'll still be miserable. Or do I have to do another prediction?
You have to have a prediction on something you have no control over.
Yes.
I think Ethereum's gonna hit 5,000.
Hit
'Kay.
5,000?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good number.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna USD, 5,000 USD. It's already hit 5,000 Canadian.
Okay.
What is it at right now, USD? Because if it's just going to go up by like $8, that's not much of a prediction.
No, it's like 200, but 4,800 is a resistance level. 5,000 is super big psychological barrier. It's at 46.92 right now.
I think that seems like a very safe prediction. From 4,600 to 5,000.
But if
4,600 is very high though for Ethereum.
it hits 5,000 before 2022, she loses.
No, then I don't pick that. I don't
Basically
pick it.
predicting it goes up like less than 10%.
So I have to have another prediction.
I don't know, I'm just calling you out on your lame prediction.
You're a lame prediction. I bet Dogecoin goes to $1 then. I don't think it's gonna happen though. That's not a good prediction.
I'll supply one more then.
I
We'll
think
get
it will
two from
snow.
everybody.
Sure. So Dogecoin will hit $1?
No, I want a different prediction.
Okay.
So you're changing your first prediction? You're changing your prediction from
Changing
Ethereum to Doge?
No, I'm gonna go with I need all new predictions.
Okay.
I think there'll be a big extreme weather event in 2022.
Like a hurricane
And
or
we'll-
something that
yeah.
happens every single year?
Yeah, I think there'll be one of them. But if it's a different weather event, then it also counts for me.
What month, Sydney?
No, I can't. What's hurricane month?
What we're seeing is that Sydney really doesn't want to test her psychic abilities.
She won the psychic ability contest and she has no faith in her own
No.
powers.
Well, we didn't test seeing the future. I guess
Yes.
we're testing it now.
We did. Precognition.
No, we
Yeah.
did the other. We did the past.
We did.
We did the precognition with a coin flip.
Oh, and I won that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
So what are you concerned about?
I don't know.
For my second guess, Sydney's still trying to think of one she can cheat at.
No, I'm gonna make a bold statement that my guess will be the queen outlives her son. I
Okay.
think that's what she's going for. Because why else would you live to like 90, whatever? She's just trying to outlive her kid. Okay, you go.
So, in the past few years, I think it's the Navy or the military, they've released evidence that there are UFOs that they just have no explanation for.
Oh yeah.
In the videos, I'm going to say we're going to get more evidence of something equal to greater to that.
Of unidentified flying objects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you could have it. There, we have all our predictions.
Are we making two predictions or one?
I think we can do two each.
Okay.
I'm gonna go water. Then I'm gonna say there's gonna be a tsunami.
And it'll hit what country?
You didn't have to say where the volcano went off.
He said at least a populated area.
Yeah. It won't be in a
It will
remote
hit
area.
a coast, a coastal city.
Pacific or Atlantic?
Both.
That is a huge ass wave.
No, Atlantic.
Atlantic? Okay. I'm going to guess that somebody finds the lost Nazi treasure.
I didn't know we were looking for Nazi treasure.
Yeah, there was some Nazi treasure, like art and stuff like that was lost during World War II, and they haven't been able to recover it, and I'm going to guess that they find it.
It's going to
That's a
get
good
recovered.
Yeah.
Good guess.
So I guess we will check how these predictions bear out this time next year.
Mm-hmm.
So as of recording, we are in mid-November now. We are at November 14th. So if something happens by this time next year, we'll do a recap. Actually, we'll do a recap this time next year and see if any of our predictions have come true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Further proving whether or not Sydney has precognition.
I pretty much do. I pretty much proved it.
So that takes us to the end of our Psychic Powers episode. This is one of your hosts, Chris, signing off.
This is Sheryl signing off.
And I'm Sydney. I did the thing. Bye.
Thanks for listening to today's very special episode of the I Went Outside Today podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, spread the joy and share us with your friends or leave a review.
If you really enjoy our podcast and you want to support us in doing more episodes, consider donating to our Patreon or leave us suggestions in the comment section on our website or social media. Or you can email us at iwentoutsidepod@gmail.com.
And make sure you follow us on our social medias. We got Twitter. We got Facebook. We don't got Snapchat because that's for creeps.
We don't have Twitter.
We don't have Twitter.
Facebook and Instagram.
We got Facebook,
Oh,
Insta.
fuck. Okay. I'm not going to do it again. It's not going to be as good. Why don't we have Twitter? We got Facebook. We got Instagram. And you can see all our photos and adventures that don't get turned into episodes because every day of our life is an adventure. Bye.